I'm recording the class
Owner.
before you get angry with me.
What? I didn't.
I'm recording the class before you tell me off. Do you know
Ah,
what's to tell someone off?
no, it's cut.
É dar bronca.
Ah, hell off. Oh,
Tell
good.
someone off. Dar bronca em alguém. Okay.
Great.
Okay. To agree with the group, sometimes it is better now to tell the truth. Oh. I disagree with this statement because for me it is always important to tell the truth, although I know sometimes it is difficult to express the reality and some people could hurt themselves with the truth. Nice introduction, very good. 300 and oh, nice. First of all, I try to tell the truth because after the people can discover the real fact. In my opinion, nobody keeps nothing in secret, not for much time. I prefer to say some news directly for the person instead of he or she listened by another person. By or from. I think from is more correct, not more correct, more common, but I'll leave by there.
Mhm.
I believe that trust is the most important characteristic to known people. I have some deceptions along of my life with friends that aren't trustable. Nice, sweetie. My suggestion would be instead of known people, people who know each other.
Ah,
Let me explain to you. This structure you are using is perfectly correct, but it means famous people,
ah,
okay?
okay.
People who are known, famous people, okay? Deception is a false cognate,
Ah,
but I forgot how to translate deception. I think it's engano.
mm,
Engano. It's more common than decepção. Delusion is more common for decepção.
mm.
But you can say engano. Let me see. Yes, it makes sense. It makes sense for both meanings. Okay, it's perfectly correct. It makes sense for both meanings. But if you want to say decepção, delusions or frustrations is more common.
Interesting.
Okay?
Ah,
Or disappointments.
mm.
The most common of all of them. Disappointments, you can say in plural. Along is it's one word.
Ah, okay.
Okay? Ao longo de, right?
Yeah.
Yes, so along is just one word. My life with friends that aren't trustable. Very, very good.
But
Secondly,
the
I prefer.
verb tense I have, or is the better have had?
Sorry?
The verb tense, what's better, have or have had? Some
Both are
deception.
correct. Both are correct. Yes. Any other question?
No, no, no.
No? Okay.
Go.
Secondly, I prefer to say the truth, but I try to say carefully. You need to complete here, okay? To say it carefully. Because
Mm.
say it requires an object. They're complaining about the comma here. For example, my sister had a friend that he worked with her in a big company. He was very funny, but one day my parents invited him to come in our home. I heard when he was talking about my sister with other coworker and he would say bad things about her. With
Another.
yes, he was saying bad things. I hated to hear these things, but immediately I told her the truth. I didn't say all things that I heard. I said, She was sad, but after she talked with him, and now they're friends no more. Okay. They aren't friends.
Anymore?
Yes, why?
Because it's negative.
Yes! Jamais negarás duas vezes. Because you have the negative here and the negative here.
Yeah.
It's it's perfectly correct here. They're saying to put on the comma. Now, it's perfectly correct. On the other hand, sometimes I have so it's to tell the truth. Eu tenho muita dificuldade.
É.
Yes, difficulty. And my suggestion would be so much difficulty. To tell the truth, most in situations too, in this case, I prefer to call some person who are more prepared than me to explain the fact. Sweetie, there is a problem with this word.
And then with a
With
a
exactly. When my grandfather passed away, I didn't get to tell to my daughters. Tell my daughters, you don't need to in this after tell. Okay?
okay.
And just you tell something to someone or you tell someone something. I'll write this later. So I smiled because she's very common. She dealt.
Ah,
Okay? Okay. Your face says, I knew it. How did I write it? You know? She was a high school teacher for she was a high school teacher for a long time. Okay. They're asking the comma here. Okay, and let me just tell you this here. This is very important, but it's not one of the most important things I have ever spoken to you. Structure of some verbs, such as give, bring, tell, take. One is the structure. You bring, take, for example, give something to someone or give someone something. Let me give you examples because then you understand more clearly. She gave a present to me, or she gave me a present. Okay?
okay.
Okay. And now also the verb to tell. I told uh, this to my daughters, or I told my daughters this. Okay, so you have this, this, these two options with these verbs here. This structure here is exactly like in Portuguese, but this structure here we don't have in Portuguese. Né? Dar a alguém alguma coisa. Dar alguma coisa a alguém. Now we need, in Portuguese, we always need the preposition here. And in English, no. If you use the person before, you don't need to. Okay?
Okay.
Anna, honestly, this was one of the best essays you have ever written for me.
Yes.
Really, 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 really. Very little mistakes, very clear, very good structure, 325 words, around 300 words. Very good, very good. Congratulations.
I finished until the end of time. I didn't read read.
You didn't proofread.
Yeah, that's the name, the verb.
You say proofread. Let me say again. Let me write it for you. Proofread.
Proof, proofread.
Yeah.
Isso é reler?
É tipo ler para verificar, you know? Yeah.
Ok. E
Okay.
reler? Quando...
Reread.
Ah, reread.
Like this. Okay. And some people use a hyphen. It's also correct. Sorry, Anna. I thought it was going to be more wet today, but it's still very dry.
Still dry, yeah.
You know? Do you have water with you?
Yeah.
Take this bottle to NB, man. The girl, please, because nossa, o NB is very, 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 very dry.
Dry and
Hot, dry.
the library is very
Impossible. Impossible. The library, and when it rains in the library, it stinks, you know? Yes, yeah. Okay, I spent a long time in the library. I love Winnie the Pooh.
I love.
I'm going to send it back to you. Let's check on your next one. Oh, wow. So proud. 321 words. Really? For you to have an idea, and I'm going to put your evaluation here. Your previous test, I would say that you would have a grade from 4 to 4.5.
Oh,
Your previous test. You see? Wow. You can get happy. This is good. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Describe something that you do to reduce stress. Please. I need to read this. Explain why it's helpful to include details and examples further. My days are very stressed because I work 12 hours per day. Me too. And sometimes including the weekends. Do you understand why?
mm, I don't know.
Incluindo o final de semana.
Yeah, because it's ing.
Às vezes incluindo o final de semana. Because I work 12 hours per day, sometimes including on the weekends would be the best one. But only on weekends is also okay. You know?
Because I thought about the ing, but I thought, but what the verb to be.
Okay. Sorry, Anna.
God bless you.
There we are. Okay. I think I've coughed enough now. Good question, sweet. Uh, how can I explain you this? This is in the same sense of Portuguese. I'm not going to create a topic.
Okay.
This is in the same sense of Portuguese. My days are very stressful because I work out every day. Às vezes, incluindo o final de semana, eu trabalho 12 horas. Incluindo o final de semana, eu trabalho. Yes. I don't know if this is on the basis of nouns. Including on weekends. I don't know how to explain to you, but it's including. Oh my god, I'm so ashamed.
But it's like Portuguese, the sense that you said.
Yes, it's
Right?
because include, include is aqui. Okay, maybe it's a phrasal verb. It's a transitional word that, and I forgot this is a transitional word. I think it's a transitional word. It's because include you need a person. It's like for example, such as okay. If you put include, you need a person. For example,
Mm.
I want to include her on the list. So you have a person there, okay? I teach all kinds of students, including Flamenguista. Now imagine this. Uh, of course, they're gonna say it wrong. Including this in this situation is like an example,
Mm.
okay? Something I include in the list of students I teach. It's the same situation up here, okay? I am a nurse. Anna, before occupations in English, you would never lose any points in TOEFL for this. You know, unless you commit this mistake many, many times. This is for your life, not for TOEFL. I am a nurse because before uh, occupations, we have to use an article. Okay, he is an engineer, for example. Now you can have other examples. She is my teacher, so you don't need to use the article.
Mhm.
Let me put here in general, before occupations, we generally have to use an article. So you have my, you don't need an article. He's the teacher I told you. You see, you have an article here too.
Mhm.
Okay, so you commonly have, if you have nothing, an adjective, a possessive adjective, you need to use an article. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. And I work in the main hospital in my city, so for me it is important. Yes, Ana. Segredo verbo medroso. It is so important to do something to reduce my stress and my career to eliminate many friends. First of all, hello, friends. They're so different. Different?
Ok. Não sei.
You say different from each other. Okay?
Ok.
Yeah. Yes. I have friends in my English school, friends in my neighborhood. I have friends in the city that I was born. I was trying to meet all of them every year. Sometimes I choose a group of them to travel with me for a special place. The last year, I and my English classmate friends traveled to New York to have fun and to practice the idiom. We had a good time together, and we are planning another dictionary. Excellent paragraph. Excellent paragraph. Let me just check one word, okay? Okay, perfect. Very good. Idiom is also expressão idiomática. Okay?
Okay, but the best is idiom or language?
Language would be more common.
Because I
Okay?
thought put
Yes, but it's not wrong. Okay, and it's correct. Okay? Excellent. Very good. Secondly, I have friends of mine who are special in my life. This is not wrong. This is just redundant. Okay?
Mhm.
Okay, because I have friends, it's already yours. This is not wrong. It's just
But it's
redundant.
a common expression.
Sorry?
No, it's not a common expression.
It would. The common expression is some friends of mine. Then it would be very common and not redundant.
Okay.
Okay? Who are very special in my life. Because when I had serious depression, yes, you need a comma here. It's in the past.
Help.
There you are. They use it to,
Go. Oh
yeah,
my
self frustration.
God.
How did I put it there? Okay. I had to go out with these restaurants. I consider them my best friend. When I'm in their company, I feel so well. I know that if I will need some help again, certainly they will help me. If I need, you don't need this will. Do you remember? We use will in the other sentence. If I need help, I will. They will help me.
I remember that, but tipo, mesmo assim,
Yeah, I know. That's why it's important to proofread because you see, around 80% of the mistakes, but how can you proofread? Practice. You have improved very much. Now, the
no.
more.
In this case,
Ah,
it was a conscious wrong
okay.
because I remember,
Ah,
but for me it makes sense. Will and will. Um,
okay. Okay. It's all about practice. Yes.
okay.
Okay. They are three, a man and two women. Our relationship is like if we were excellent, like if we were brothers and sisters. You could also here use as if.
As if.
Do you know the expression as if?
But like
It's no,
not.
no, it's okay.
Ah, it's okay, okay,
É,
okay.
it's okay. Ao invés de colocar em parênteses, eu vou colocar. assim.
Ah, ok.
So you see that you can use both.
Uhum.
Yes, you can use both. Thirdly, I also try to reduce my stress with my friends who like to play volleyball. Hi, hi. Okay. We live in the... Sorry? Jesse, we live in the same... Não se mata de raiva.
O quê?
We live in the same...
Neighborhood?
Yes.
Ah, não.
Eu falei, não se mate de raiva.
Ah!
Okay. And every Sunday, we have a special meeting to play volleyball at the club near my home. They are so funny because we're similar ages. Excellent construction, Anna. Because when we're talking about ages, we use the verb to be. It's bizarre for us, but it's the correct in English. And all of us used to play in the childhood. Some weekends I can play because I have to work, but I always pass the weekend in the expectative to play in the next expectative. I didn't know this. Oh my God, sorry. Apertei
What?
Ctrl V. Yes, it's because I'm doing a presentation and I use these little pictures. Okay. Ta-da-da. Not this. Ah, here. Ctrl V. Ah, no. No, no, no. Okay, okay, and unfortunately, this word here I have to change, okay? It's expectation,
Station.
okay? No, really, yes, this word is different, okay?
Ah, ok.
Wow, Anna, you improved so much. Do you know? I'm so proud.
And the yesterday, I don't know, or today, I am thinking, oh, I'm the same. I'm stopped. I'm the same way. I didn't improve my composition.
No,
I
you did. Wow, you did. Wow, you know? Details. Now I'm just correcting details, you know? Wow.
I have to do the proofread.
Yes, but it's all about practice because the more you write, the faster you write. And then you have more time to do it. Keep up. These 2 essays every class are really helping you. Are really helping you. And but something we really have to work now is the speaking integrated. Okay? Yes, because your independent speaking, you are doing very well in your independent speaking, but we have to practice integrated speaking, okay?
Yes, okay.
Okay,
I will.
I'm going to send this back to you. Oi! Why? What happened? It erased. Hang on, I will. I know. It's writing uh, 2309, right?
Yes.
Okay, writing 2309 and writing 2409. Okay, it's in the conversation, okay? In the chat.
Okay.
Now, so today I was expecting we would practice the other questions in TOEFL, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me see if I have others because these we have already done. I do have. Where are they? What? Where are?
Do you know Chinese and Japanese?
I guess. Let me see. This is Chinese. Yeah. Oh no, or Japanese because they use a lot of common ideogram. I am studying Chinese, Anna.
Really?
Really,
Oh,
really, really, really. 中国?
but it's Chinese or Mandarin?
Funny question. It's Chinese, but Mandarin and Cantonese are two different Chineses.
So
You know?
it's Chinese. You
Yes,
study.
but yes, and I think they're different. They're different like português da Angola e português do Brasil.
Mm,
They're very difficult. Have you ever talked to a person from Angola?
yes,
Hard, right?
that's very, very different.
Yes, it's very different.
But I
Uh,
think Portugal, it's more different, more difficult than Angola and the others
you
African.
think so? Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
because I'm used. Uh,
I think it's faster
oh,
Portugal.
Rupuj, and they never say Orapuj. I have a student there. Yes, I have a student in Porto. He is Brazilian, and he told us, Chica, they never speak Orapuj here. Never. I never heard Orapuj. And I said, what Orapuj? They don't say Orapuj, Orapuj. You know, so frustrating.
Right.
And today we're going to start practice integrated. Okay?
Mm,
So we're not going to do questions number 1 and 2, which are possible to happen also on TOEFL. We're going to go straight to question number 3. Okay?
okay.
Do you have pencil and paper with you?
Yes.
Okay. 45 seconds to read. Starting now. Where's my pen? Okay, Anna. Now listen to a conversation about the same topic. Listen please.
Now listen to two students discussing the opinion expressed in the letter.
Did you see Paul's letter in the paper about the new sculpture?
Yeah, but it was totally unconvincing. His reasons for opposing the plan are just totally off. I'm glad we'll finally have some nice art on campus. I'd like to shake the donor's hand and say thank you.
What do you mean, the donor?
You didn't know? An anonymous donor is paying the bill for most of the sculpture.
Not the university?
No. His assumptions about who's paying for it are all wrong.
Still, I wonder if he has a point about the space it'll take up.
Well, you know why Paul is upset. He and his friends are always out there on the lawn right where their sculpture will be, kicking around the soccer ball. Now they'll just have to use another part of the campus to play.
Oh, so he just doesn't want to have to move.
Yeah, for him, it's sculpture versus convenience.
Okay. Wow. Do you understand?
Half, half,
Mm,
I think half of the listen.
okay, I'm gonna play it again. Listen up. No,
Okay.
no, tell me what you understood, please.
I I um, I can answer you.
Okay, Let's try this. In a real TOEFL, you can't hear again. I'm gonna give you
Okay.
30 seconds to prepare. You answer me, and then depending on your answer, we listen again, okay?
Okay.
Okay, 30 seconds.
Okay. Okay.
Now, please answer.
The letter states about the sculpture that university can put there, but the letter disagree with this sculpture because for them it's important to preserve the public space. According to the student, she is totally convinced and she was glad about this letter. And just it.
Okay.
We got another part. I didn't understand. Understood. I didn't understand because she said about donor. And
Yes! What is a donor?
what is donor?
Doador.
Ah,
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
Like donor and kick off. What kick
Yes! What?
the sculpture?
Listen again. Oh, your introduction was perfect. Your introduction was very good. Okay. Listen again.
Now listen to two students discussing the opinion expressed in the letter.
Did you see Paul's letter in the paper about the new sculpture?
Yeah, but it was totally unconvincing. His reasons for opposing the plan are just totally off. I'm glad we'll finally have some nice art on campus. I'd like to shake the donor's hand and say thank you.
What do you mean, the donor?
You didn't know? An anonymous donor is paying the bill for most of the sculpture.
Not the university?
No. His assumptions about who's paying for it are all wrong.
Still, I wonder if he has a point about the space it'll take up.
Well, you know why Paul is upset. He and his friends are always out there on the lawn right where their sculpture will be, kicking around the soccer ball. Now they'll just have to use another part of the campus to play.
Oh, so he just doesn't want to have to move.
Yeah, for him, it's sculpture versus convenience.
What about now?
I it was difficult this lesson for me, but and after she says the donor pay for this sculpture and not the university.
Yes! And the
And
second reason.
the kick around the soccer ball.
Yes. Who do you understand who wrote the letter?
Oh,
Yes. Why does he complain about the sculpture in the public space?
because in the text something a lot about fee, the fee and the spaces must preserve.
Yeah, that's what he says. But she says it's not because of this. Listen again.
Now, donor.
You didn't know? An anonymous donor is paying the bill for most of the sculpture.
Not the university?
No. His assumptions about who's paying for it are all wrong.
Still, I wonder if he has a point about the space it'll take up.
Well, you know why Paul is upset. He and his friends are always out there on the lawn right where their sculpture will be, kicking around the soccer ball.
What is lawn? Grama.
Ah,
What do they do on the lawn? Listen again.
Now they'll just have to use another.
Take up.
Well, you know why Paul is upset. He and his friends are always out there on the lawn right where their sculpture will be, kicking around the soccer ball.
Kicking around on the soccer
Kicking
ball?
around what?
On the soccer ball?
Exactly. Now listen. Oh my God, come on.
What is kick?
Kick
Chutar.
is chutar.
Okay.
Now they'll just have to use another part of the campus to play.
Sorry.
Kicking around the soccer ball. Now they'll just have to use another part of the campus to play.
They have to use another part of campus to soccer.
Yes. So?
Oh, so he just doesn't want to have to move.
Yeah, for him, it's sculpture versus convenience.
So they have to move, and this controversial for Paul.
Not controversial. Listen again.
Yeah, for him, it's sculpture versus convenience.
Controversial convenience.
Sculptor versus convenience.
Ixi, I didn't understand.
Sculptor.
Sculpture
Sculptor here
Yeah.
versus convenience.
What's convenient?
Convenience.
No,
Okay.
culture. I understood, but I don't know if I get all the things too.
Yeah. She gave two reasons why she disagrees with the men. What are the reasons?
One is because the donor pay
Uh-huh.
and not the university.
Yes, but there is another thing. The donor paid and not the university, and why is she glad?
Mm. This kick around the soccer and have to move it's the second.
It's the second.
So I don't know.
Okay. Oh, listen again.
Did you see Paul's letter in the paper about the new sculpture?
Yeah, but it was totally unconvincing. His reasons for opposing the plan are just totally off. I'm glad we'll finally have some nice art on campus.
She was glad because it's nice something on campus.
Yes, that is the word. Listen again.
Off. I'm glad we'll finally have some nice art on campus.
Aaron.
Okay. Art.
Art?
Yes.
Ah.
Okay. Yes. Yes. Listen again.
Did you see Paul's letter in the paper about the new sculpture?
Yeah, but it was totally unconvincing. His reasons for opposing the plan are just totally off. I'm glad we'll finally have some nice art on campus. I'd like to.
Nice art on campus.
Yes, Sana. Nice. Okay. So this is the first reason. Okay. And then the second reason is that she believes that Paul's. What's the second reason? Tell me.
She believes they kick around soccer ball and moves.
Yeah. He doesn't want to move.
Doesn't
Okay? Yeah, he doesn't want to move because the place where he plays soccer is where the sculpture will be.
mm, okay.
Okay? Okay, I would
Okay.
like you to listen again. Listen up.
Did you see Paul's letter in the paper about the new sculpture?
Yeah, but it was totally unconvincing. His reasons for opposing the plan are just totally off. I'm glad we'll finally have some nice art on campus. I'd like to shake the donor's hand and say thank you.
What do you mean, the donor?
You didn't know? An anonymous donor is paying the bill for most of the sculpture.
Not the university?
No. His assumptions about who's paying for it are all wrong.
Still, I wonder if he has a point about the space it'll take up.
Well, you know why Paul is upset. He and his friends are always out there on the lawn right where their sculpture will be, kicking around the soccer ball. Now they'll just have to use another part of the campus to play.
Oh, so he just doesn't want to have to move.
Yeah, for him, it's sculpture versus convenience.
Is it clearer?
Now I think it is.
Okay, 30 seconds to prepare, Anna. Now, Anna, please answer.
According to the Post letter, uh, there is a sculpture the university will put on the university, but uh, Paul disagree with this idea. The woman student, for her, the Paul's letter is totally unconvincing and totally off because the sculpture is nice art on campus, and they now have to move and play in another space. So it's not convincing, and this letter, and they have to move now.
And Paul is a shitty head. Anna, you didn't mention that the university won't have to pay for it.
Yes, I said the.
No, but no problem.
Can you give this answer for me,
Of course.
please?
The university is going to put up a new sculpture in campus, and the student has written a letter opposing to this. According to this student, it will use money from the tuition from the students and space they could use in the campus. The girl completely disagrees with the man by saying that, first of all, the university has not purchased the sculpture. The university has received from a donor. Most part of the payment will be done by him or her. Secondly, according to the girl, the reasons for the man to question the place is because he and his friends like to play soccer in there. So he's questioning about the convenience of staying there instead of having to move to another place to continue play soccer. That's why she disagrees. Information, sir. Information.
Excellent.
Anna, all about practice, okay?
Okay.
Okay, let's see if we got time for one more. Yes, we do. Come on, let's go. Anna, 45 seconds to read.
Ah, what are we doing?
A three, a two, a three, a two, a one.
Okay, okay.
Ready? Okay. Group think. Okay. Oh, sorry. And then now listen.
Now listen to part of a lecture on this topic in a business management class.
So let me tell you about my own experience with this when I was working for a computer company a couple of years ago. So one day a coworker and I suggested we should give our computers a design makeover, make them look more up to date. Market research was showing that new customers said they would be more interested in buying our computers if they looked cooler. Our technology was advanced, but the outside design looked really old-fashioned. At first, more than half the group supported us. There were a few senior managers there, though, who didn't support the design change. One of the senior managers said, "Our focus has always been on technology. Changing the look is an unnecessary cost." Almost immediately, some of our supporters changed their minds. Even my coworker changed his mind. When I asked him why after the meeting, he told me he didn't want to make a bad impression on the senior managers. He thought that disagreeing with them might jeopardize his chances of getting a promotion by not looking like a team player. What about me? I hate to admit it, but after a few hours of discussion, I started wondering if it was worth everyone's time to argue about this. As more people sided with senior management, I started to feel like I was the only one holding up the vote. Everyone else seemed to think change wasn't necessary, so I voted against my own idea in the end. So we unanimously decided to stay with the current old-looking design. But this decision ended up costing us a lot of money. That same year, our competitor came out with a new design that attracted some of our customers and prevented us from profiting on potential new customers.
Minha Nossa Senhora.
Sorry?
Minha Nossa Senhora. This is the question 3 and 4. It's most difficult than other than I am studying.
Yeah, I know, I understand, but it's about practice. You know, even if it is harder than actual TOEFL, it's good practice. You know, let's do this. We're going to do this next class too, okay? We're gonna go
Please,
through this.
because I don't know.
No, don't worry, don't worry. Let me just put it up here. Uh, 1, 2, question 4. 23. Okay. Anna, do you know TED.com? You know TED.com, right?
TEDx? No.
No, yeah, or TEDx, TED.com.
Yeah.
If I know it's very hard for you to find time, but if you can, is this in my computer or in your computer?
My computer.
Okay, if you have time, try watching one every day. And if you want suggestions, I send to you. You know, serious, because there are very, very good TED Talks. There's a
I give
TED Talk.
suggestion, please.
Oh, yes, sure. Okay. My suggestion, have you ever watched this, What Makes a Good Life?
No.
I'm going to send it to you by WhatsApp. I just need to check if my WhatsApp is... I'm gonna send it here by Zoom because I think my WhatsApp is turned off. Okay,
Okay.
let's see. Maybe it's on. No, I think it's off. Well, I'm gonna send you here by Zoom. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Very. I mean, very, very. Oh no, 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 no. I sent you the wrong link. Here, here, here. Okay, but I sent you a good link too. There you are. It's in our chat. Okay?
Oh,
If you can watch this, it's very good. If you can watch one every day, it's very good too, of course. It's the best option to watch one every day. But if you don't have time, watch this. I'm going to send you two. Okay?
okay.
Yes. For practice, because the more you listen, the better for you. Okay?
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Anna, sweetie, thank you very, very much.
Thank you very much.
Have a very nice lecture at the UNB.
Hi, thank you very much.
Okay?
Okay.
See you. Thank you.
See you on Friday. Bye
See
bye.
you.